All right. I shouldn't have done that whole thing. I jinxed us, and now here we are.
You jinxed this. Yeah.
Did you know that was happening as I was saying that?
Clue. Nah.
That is weird. Obviously, I hope that she feels better, and I apologize to anyone who was tuning in right now for that interview.
Yeah, I'm sure people are hyped to see me instead of Paige Van Zandt.
Listen, you're just as good looking if you ask me, okay? Don't sell yourself short. All right, so big weekend for you, not a big weekend for me.
Yeah, how did it feel? Chalk up an L. Did you get tripped online for it?
Not really.
A lot of people took it. A lot of
I
people
know.
like
that's actually what I felt bad about.
Yeah, I gave out my picks, and more people, like, rather than responding to the picks, were like, "Did you take Ariel's parlay
with the dog pound?" That's what people were calling it, the dog pound, because it was all underdogs.
It's actually a good name for it.
I liked it.
It would have been a lot cooler if it had hit.
I know, and I have to be honest, Terrence McKinney, it started off so promising. It was so great, right?
I know. But, you would have lost eventually anyway.
Well, then I would have gone 2 for 2 with Khalil. So then I really would have been feeling myself.
Yeah, you would have been hyped up. And then it
would have come crashing down.
Yeah.
I will say, though, 50% I could have lived with. I feel like 1 out of 4 is pretty whack. 50%.
You texted me at one point. I think you said like 1 for 2. And I was like, well, technically you're just 0 for 1 because it's a parlay.
No, I know. But like I just, I wanted to... Wow. Okay. Is that why you didn't text me back? Because you thought it was like a noob thing to say? Fair enough. How did you do there, Big Shot?
No. I did all right. We won some. Invicta, Eagle,
by the way,
Bellator.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
It makes things infinitely more fun. Like
all of these things are true, yeah.
Not even like, I was sitting there and I was like, I get it. I definitely get it.
I think we would have had you fully hooked if you had hit the parlay.
Oh, I mean, no. Listen, I'm fully hooked, but I totally get. Like, I was freaking sitting there, and I was
fun,
like,
dude.
"Yeah, it's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing." But it's more so because of the pressure of I never told anyone to do anything, but
for sure,
feeling that people are like sort of like riding with you, and you're like, damn, I let everyone down. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it's fun though.
These things happen. All right. So how did you do?
I did all right, man. Yeah, we did it all. Invicta, Eagle, Bellator, UFC.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we covered every base. Yeah, we started on Wednesday night. We'll go over the singles here. We go, what is this, 5-3, I believe. Karina Rodriguez. A little bit of a sketchy win there, but it was the open scoring. I don't know if you got to tune into Invicta at all.
No.
Yeah, they did the.
Oh yes. Yeah, but they've done it before.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I was.
I mean, you're new to the Invicta.
I thought that was the first time they did it. They messed up going into the final round. They messed up the scorecard. 2 of them were tied, and then they had one for the wrong person winning it.
You're kidding.
And then mid round they flipped it. And then also when they did the announcement, they really screwed up because they did the 2 razor-thin scorecards first, and then they did the last one that gave away the winner immediately. They were like, 49-46, and as soon as they said that, you were like, Karina Rodriguez won. So like it took out any...
Now, did the broadcast screw it up, or did they screw it up? Like, did the commission screw it up?
See, I don't know. I don't know where the mess-up happened, but yeah, I liked the open scoring. I thought it was pretty cool.
I mean, pretty cool. I've been reading some more people, and like people that I respect. I see Kapos out there and stuff. And any person that is a dissenter towards this idea, they talk about like entertainment, all this stuff. Like no one actually, number one, takes into account what the fighters are saying. Because thus far, like I think we're batting 1,000 boxers and MMA fighters who are in favor, not to mention promoters, coaches. And everyone is just talking about like how it would affect them or the judges, or what about the actual people who are in there? They all want to know where they stand. Who wouldn't want to know where they stand?
Yeah, I mean, going into that last round too, like they also did the verdict score card.
Yes, our good friends.
Which was kind of cool. Shout out to Verdict. I mean, they were showing like the global scorecard as we went along, and like the public had it heavy for Karina Rodriguez, whereas the judges had 2 of them had it tied. So like. It all could have been decided in that last round, so it was cool to see that. So, like, people may have thought that Rodriguez was winning, but it was actually much closer than it appeared. So, yeah, it was interesting. We pick up a small W there. Yeah, and then we do well the rest of the way. 5-3, you're not going to complain about that. We did go a little bit lighter, though. We'll go to the parlays.
By the way, that Mads Burnell one, that was a great fight.
Yeah, great fight.
Great fight.
Had Had that on with some college hoops. It was a nice 2 TV night.
Right. What was on the main TV?
The main TV was UCLA, Arizona.
Yeah. It was weird. He was doing like the robot and stuff, but he was losing. Did you see that? He was like going,
like he got like rocked.
Yes.
And then he like caught it with his arms. I was like, dude, what are you doing? It was like the 4th round too.
Yes,
it
was.
Like he was fresh.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. Parlays, we do well. 4-2. The super chalk, the super mega chalk, where we just take giant favorites. That one works out for us again. And yeah, so there's this. Final recap. Finish up 2.3 units across all the promotions.
Again. When was the last time you were down?
Just a couple weeks ago. I mean, the next loser week is around the corner. Yeah,
I don't remember this.
Wait, like down overall or just a loser?
No. Just like down on a week. I feel like you've been up.
It was like 2-3 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah. The next one's around the corner. Never get too high.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Humble.
13 units on the year. Just a hair under 25 all time. I guess we're working toward 30 now. We're working towards
the run. I feel like you could get 30 by.
Oh wow, we're setting expectations.
Yeah, well, I did it last time and it worked. What's it? I'm going to say end of April. If you do this right, I feel like that's doable, right?
Yeah, it takes a bad week or two to really set us back, but
I think you could do it.
I think we can do it too. Just keep the profits coming. That's all that matters, right?
Yes.
Speaking of profits, a lot of people hitting big this weekend, like really big. I had a hard time deciding on this.
Not me.
There's always next week. Yeah. If you make this a regular thing, eventually you'll hit one. And then everybody will go crazy. And
sure.
We'll be asking for your picks. Let's start out with Savage Banana here. Big hitter number 1. I mean, talk about a savage play here from the Banana Man. 4 legs, plus 26,961, turns $100 into 27,000. Get these 4 plays. Guido Canetti by KO. Miranda Maverick by submission.
Wow.
JJ Aldrich, decision. Song Yadong, KO. Goes 4 for 4. I'm in.
That is
27,000. That's like a year's worth of rent. Like, that's like some life-altering type of money on a $100 bet. So shout out to
By the way, when you win 27,000, you have to pay taxes on that, right?
You have to. I don't know. I don't have the experience with it. So.
And what is what percentage, do you know?
I don't know. I imagine it's taxed pretty heavy. Savage Banana knows now.
Now, if you do this like offshore, do you not have to pay taxes? How does that work?
I think you still have to pay taxes.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like the government would come asking if you got 27,000.
27,000. That is absurd.
He wasn't the only one, though. We'll go to the next one. An honorable mention. One of the sharpest in the game. Great follow on Twitter. Lucrative MMA. These were bigger bets, man. He goes $25,000 on a Miranda Maverick Ankalaev parlay. Hits that. Wins about 16K. Throws 500 on Miranda Maverick by sub. Plus 500. Wins that. Another 2,500. And then I actually tried to get on board with this because he tweeted before the race. He had some sort of friend that had like part ownership or like some sort of knowledge about a horse. 360. He places 500 on that, plus 1,400. Wins $7,000. Like he tweeted it out. I tried to bet on him.
What was the race?
It was Ellerslie. It was just like a horse race, a random horse race. I tried to find it, but it was like an Australian or a New Zealand track, so I couldn't find it. But yeah, he wins that. Originally he lost, and then he got called back. And he won. So, like, I mean, we're talking about like $25,000 in profits from all these. So it's just like people are just getting it.
Gee, and what does that say at the top in red? Ladbrokes?
Yeah, that's a book. That's a book that's available.
What is that, in the UK?
UK, Australia, New Zealand.
Okay.
He's down under. So
is it a legit one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then some quick mentions here, some final ones. Prodigy MMA. This guy, all the faith in the world on our boy Guido Canetti, round 1 KO, plus 1,500, turns $150 into 2,400.
Weird moment after that fight when he bumped into Moutinho. Yeah. And then he apologized afterwards. And then
also, speaking of Canetti, I kind of made a joke video of like, it was like him walking across the cage against Petr Yan, just as like I was really solely joking. I mean, he's 43 years old. A lot of people took it seriously.
Wait, you did make that video? What are you saying? Like,
soon, coming soon.
Oh.
Like, Guido Canetti, and a lot of people were like, "Dude, he's 8-6 or whatever." I was like, "Yeah,
chill out, guys.
I'm not being serious."
Sometimes nuance, sarcasm doesn't go over very well on Twitter. Just for the record.
Yeah. Last couple ones, signature MMA picks. I mean, these people are just like, This guy turns $14.99. That's like a month subscription to Netflix into $2,200 on 2 parlays. And then Billy McLaughlin. I mean, this guy just hit like an exacta as well.
I appreciate that Billy's using his real name. Most of these guys are using like
That's what I'm saying.
picks.
Shout out to Billy. He also had a picture if we were going to use pictures. But yeah, Mirzakhanov KO, Kennedy KO, Brundage submission. I mean, respect, dude. $20 into 7,600. So that Mirzakhanov and that Cody must have been kind of sweaty though.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, shout out to the people, man. Cashing out,
making my hard. Real people.
Shaking out, making my job hard here.
Yeah.
With how many people cashed out. I mean, it was.
Do we have a DraftKings?
Oh, we have a DraftKings.
Oh,
we have a DraftKings. Let's get to it. Look at this.
Wow.
Who put the curtains on? Sale?
Wow. Now, should it be DraftKings?
We're not done yet.
Oh, God, this is amazing. Wow. No, not a real picture.
Not a real picture.
That's Marlon Brando. Wow. Holy
shit. Crown.
Jeez Louise. It's like Mario.
This is some of my best work here, yeah.
How long does this take?
I would not like to admit how long it took.
Wow. Even.
Oh, man.
That is amazing.
Shout out to Brandon Wright, the DraftKings for the week. Beautiful lineup by him. Roundtree, Pereira, McKinney, Bassarat, Damon Jackson, and Miranda Maverick.
So he went undefeated. Is it possible to be the DraftKings without, like, with going, like, what was it, 5 guys?
Yeah, no, McKinney lost. But he's points from, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, a great week for him, man. I mean,
damn.
Easy week on DraftKings. Well, I'm not going to lie. I actually lost that file for a second, and it was right when you were coming over to talk to me pre-show. And I was like having a little heart attack.
Oh my God.
In my own mind.
Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
You were just,
I had faith that I was going to find it, but I was actually like really sweating.
Wow. I mean, your poker face is pretty damn good, if I'm being honest.
I was pretty worried.
Wow. I mean, you're like, Jesus, why does he have to walk over now? Can you get the F away? Here I am.
In the corner of my eye.
Oh, you're like, oh, God, here he comes.
I was like, maybe if I don't look at him, he won't say anything.
Oh, and I walked over and you're,
right over.
That's when I first came in?
Yeah.
Talking to you about like what? Baseball and something?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty hyped about baseball, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, Braves.
Blue Jays.
Exactly, Gwenner. I don't even know what we're doing with these graphics anymore, but Scrimping Grits here. Yep, me and him. He had a picture of a dog that's close enough to a person.
Yeah.
But,
now, who are these people, or is it just random big timers?
This is the guy that won the big money league.
No, I know, but like the original photo.
Oh yeah, I just look up rich couple every day.
Yeah. I like it.
So yeah, that's the shout outs, man.
Wait, so this person, how much does he win?
He won $450.
Wow. And the other person?
We did 100 people this week, so he probably won like 200 to 300.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
All from DraftKings.
All from DraftKings. Shout out to DraftKings.
What are we doing about the NCAA basketball tournament?
All right, so we're going to have a pool, a free pool, like you just mentioned in the ad read. We'll do a free pool and then a paid pool. But the only problem is...
Sorry, I'm listening. I'm just getting my
soup. The paid pool is only available to people that can legally sports bet. So kind of a drawback there. I've fully explained the rules now.
Sorry, I actually missed that because I was getting my soup. Can you,
yeah.
Can you do that again?
Okay. Free pool, paid
pool.
Free pool is open to anyone that can get DraftKings. Paid pool is only available to people that can sports bet. So it's like on the sports book. I have no idea why. I don't know why that's the case, but that is unfortunately the case. So the money league, they'll obviously win money. The free league, maybe, they win something, How
can you win something if it's a free league?
We provide something, maybe.
Oh, like a
matzo ball soup date with the great Ariel Helwani.
Wow. What about a butternut squash?
Butternut squash date with the great Ariel Helwani.
Mm-hmm.
They pay for the flight out. We pay for the soup.
I think it's a fair deal, if you ask me.
I think so too.
Okay. And that begins on Thursday. Do they do anything for the NCAA wrestling tournament?
Not that I know of. I don't know anything about that.
By the way, your backdrop is outdated. Paul Hughes, I just saw, is out of the fight. Yeah. Big fight for Cage Warriors.
Oh, man. Wow.
I have a few things to say about Cage Warriors, but I'm not going to say them right now. I'm not at liberty.
Tag you in something again?
No, I actually finally DM'd them.
Oh, and you were like, stop tagging me and stuff?
Yes.
Funny enough, I followed them and I started like clicking on to see who their tags were. And
it's annoying, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I saw it was always you. Well, it doesn't annoy me. I don't know why I agreed with you there.
No, it's annoying. Come on. Yeah, they haven't even. I mean, I wrote to them, "Hey guys, I appreciate the tags, but not necessary anymore. Thank you." But they didn't see it.
Actually, I bet they saw the beginning of the message
and they just don't want to acknowledge it.
I don't want to.
Just delete it.
I don't want to acknowledge that there.
Lad Brooks. Okay, thank you, Angela. Angela's telling me it's pronounced Lad Brooks.
Lad Brooks. I mean, I could see how you get fooled by Lad Brooks.
Yeah. What were we talking about? The DraftKings? The NCAA tournament. Yeah,
I'll tweet something out about it if people want to join.
I want to join that.
My Gonzaga Bulldogs.
Yeah.
1 overall seed.
Why are they yours?
I've just always wanted them to win a national title, and they've never won one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you have no connection to them.
Bulldogs, I guess.
Sure. Georgia. Is Georgia in it?
No, dude. They are so garbage at basketball.
Yeah.
Fired their coach. UFC London this week. Going to be a great
UFC
card.
London. I just pulled it up. Why is Curtis Blades on here? Mr. Aspinall is an underdog.
Yeah, so I've actually locked in Aspinall at plus 120.
Whoa.
Arnold Allen.
Dog?
For a brief moment, he jumped to plus 110. I took him there. Jack Shore, I took him at plus 154. Nathaniel Wood, as soon as the odds dropped on this newest fight, I took him at minus 210. I've got those 4. I've had those 4 locked in for a minute now.
Yeah, I see Jack Shore plus 125 here.
He's been dropping, dude. All of these have been dropping. And Arnold Allen and Aspinall, not so much, but Shore and Wood, I'm an investor.
I see Wood as a minus 300. What'd you get him at?
210. It's those the best fight odds notifications. Man.
Yeah, you jump on it quick.
Smartest thing you can do.
Yep.
Got Michael Chandler at minus 155 for that fight against Ferguson.
Ooh, really? That's going to go up.
Oh, it's already gone way up, yeah.
Has it?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, these notifications, you should see me. I get all antsy. I'm like, I got to get it in. Because they're going to move quick, man.
Yeah. Wow. I'm actually surprised Aspinall's an underdog. I wonder if that stays. I mean, Volkov is great, but I think Aspinall's going to win that fight.
I hope so, man. I'm gonna do it big this Saturday. I'm gonna make myself an English breakfast. I'm gonna get all in. Yeah, I'm gonna do the beans and everything.
Sausage?
Yeah.
Sausage. Black pudding,
the tomatoes. I'm gonna do everything.
Wow.
Start the Saturday off right.
Mushrooms?
Yeah, mushrooms, Frank said.
Yeah, what is black pudding? I always forget.
It's like I don't know, I've never had it. I'm excited for it.
It's gross. It's like the liver or something like that, right?
It's just a sausage.
No, it's not. It's black. What is black?
now are we all sitting here Googling what black pudding is?
Black pudding. Oh. See, that is not a sausage, Frank.
It's pork. It's made from pork.
Yeah, I'll never touch it.
I rest my case.
It's a distinct regional type of black pudding, is a type of blood sausage originating in.
I'll accept your apology on or off
No,
air. It's fine.
It is made from pork or beef blood with pork fat, beef suet, and a cereal, usually oatmeal, oat groats, or barley groats. I mean, it sounds like the grossest thing of all time. The high proportion of cereal, along with the use of certain herbs, such as pennyroyal, serves to distinguish black pudding from blood sausages eaten in other parts of the world.
I don't know how I'm going to find this. I don't know if you can just buy this or you have to make it.
Yeah, I wonder.
You'll find it, yeah.
I feel like you could find it in Brooklyn. The word pudding is believed to derive from the French boudin, originally from the Latin botellus, meaning small sausage.
Yeah, it's not a problem, man.
It sounds horrible. It's a good source of protein, low in carbohydrates, high in zinc and iron.
Imagine if you're tuning in right now and you're like, oh, I'm late to the Van Zandt interview.
Yeah, I know.
This is what you get.
By the way, since the 1980s, the World Black Pudding Throwing Championships has been held in Rambustan. The humorous competition invokes the traditional Yorkshire rivalry, with participants throwing the black puddings at piles of Yorkshire puddings. It takes place annually in September and draws thousands of competitors and spectators to the town. In the past years, the Bakup Food and Black Pudding Festival has been held in Bakup. Oh, thank you. All right. Well, I hope you get that. I was going to suggest haggis, but that's a Scottish thing.
Yeah. No, I'm going to do the English breakfast since it's in London. I'm going to go all out.
Man, this would be a fun one to go to. That crowd is going to be insane.
I think I'm as excited for this card as I am for like a typical pay-per-view.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to this.
There's a nice mix of matchups, of names. Jai Herbert, Nathaniel Wood, Corey McKenna, the Makwan versus Mike Grundy fight. Mohamed Mokaev is a huge one. Finally making his debut, our good friend Molly McCann, Meatball Molly, Jack Shore versus Timur Valiev. People are very upset that Jack Shore is not on the main card. Who cares? It's all the same thing. What's the difference? Paul Craig is always fun. Gunnar Nelson, completely forgotten about. We haven't seen him in forever. Paddy returning, his second UFC fight. I mean, there's really a nice little story attached to every fight on this card. The best fight that I saw this past weekend, the absolute best fight that I saw this weekend wasn't in the UFC, it wasn't in Bellator, it wasn't in any of these. It was the Lee Wood versus Mick Conlan boxing match, which was just an amazing fight from start to finish. Conlan drops him in the first, looking great early on. He's in enemy territory. It's in England, and the crowd is phenomenal. I was going from the apex to like the apex where it's like no atmosphere, no crowd, to that crowd where they're singing and all this stuff. It's like, this is the way combat sports needs to be digested, right? This is the way you need to watch this sort of thing. And then at the end, 11th round, he gets dropped controversially, looked like a slip, whatever. And I don't know if you saw this, he got knocked out of the ring. Did you see this?
No, I did not see this. I saw you tweeting about it, but I didn't.
Oh my God, it was insane. So actually my son, so it was, what I love about those English, those British cards, and usually they're on DAZN, it's happening at 4, 5, 6 o'clock. And for whatever reason this time, because I'm always watching, my kids took a liking in this fight. And I was telling them that I was rooting for Mick Conlan. He's been on the show before, lovely guy. They were rooting for Wood, and they were really getting into it, which was awesome. And then they're watching it, and in the 12th round, you see this?
I'm watching it right now.
Yes.
He falls through the ropes.
He gets knocked out through the ropes in the 12th round. And if you watch it again, you'll see he's kind of out of it before he gets punched. He's kind of out of it. And then with the next punches, he gets knocked out through the ropes, like feet up, falls into the hands of his dad. His dad was the one that caught him.
Standing right there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
And it was very scary because they never showed him on the broadcast. So you could see right away, Lee Wood is like, he is rattled by this. He looks nervous. They never show him. He's telling everyone. Lee Wood is an absolute, I love this guy, class act. He's telling everyone to calm down, be quiet, be quiet. They then are starting to tell us that the stretcher is coming again. You're like, this guy got knocked out. Did he fall on his neck? And by the way, shout out to Big E, who injured his neck. Horrible stuff. Broke his neck on Friday, SmackDown. So a lot of gruesome injuries this past weekend. But that was, for it to end like that, after this guy was probably going to win the fight if it goes the distance, Wood had to win via knockout, and he knocks him out of the ring. It was insane. It was unbelievable. But anyway, the reason I bring it up, and by the way, Mick Conlan's okay. I actually DM'd with him. He wrote me back. He's okay. He showed up the next day. They were taking pictures with each other. It was just an amazing scene. But there's nothing like those British crowds. Nothing like them. The British crowds, the Irish crowds, pound for pound, the best.
That's what I'm excited for this weekend, man. I can't wait. All the
the fanfare,
Kingdom fighting this weekend, everything. Like I had the fight night on mute watching basketball, and then for the main event in like the middle of the first round, I took it off mute, and it was just
what is
it? They're at the apex. You can just hear the shuffling of the feet.
Stop.
And
Yes, enough.
The coach talking. I was like, you might as well just put it back on mute.
It's like we're still stuck. I feel like we're still in the early days of the pandemic when I see this,
Yes.
And I know they've let a few fans in, but you look everywhere else and it's packed crowds and it's energy and enthusiasm and cheering. And so this is going to be great. This is going to be the first fight night. I guess they did those Abu Dhabi ones, but I don't think that was a full crowd. So I think this will be the first fight night with a crowd since late February 2020 with a full crowd.
It's awesome. And then we get Columbus the week after.
Columbus, but this is a better card.
Yes.
It's not even.
I agree, but I'm saying we'll at least get a crowd the following week.
Sure,
as well.
sure. I
think the crowd changes everything.
Actually, this is now 3 straight weeks of crowds because 19, 26, they're off that next weekend, and then it's 273. So we're getting a little spoiled here. And then we're going to go back to the Apex. But yes, I can't wait. The O2 is a great venue. I've been there a couple times. Most recently, I think, was the Michael Bisping-Anderson Silva fight back in 2016. That was incredible. And it's very smart that Cage Warriors is doing an event the night before, get everyone there, give them something to do. So if you are traveling to England, I'm sure you're going to be very excited and have a lot of things to do, and it's great. It's great for that market. They deserve it. I mean, these guys, they deserve more than one UFC card a year. If you ask me, they have to stay up till freaking 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to watch these pay-per-views. The least they could do is get some cards more often than not. And this is a big spot for Aspinall. I think Aspinall is going to be a title contender in the not too distant future, and this is like a showcase fight for him. And again, Volkov,
showcase.
In the sense that this is, in my opinion, constructed to put him over, right? To get him to that next step.
Yeah.
And I want to be clear, Volkov is no scrub. He's not he's a former Bellator champion, but I think that this has been designed for Aspinall to look like a superstar.
I hope you're right, because I already have a bet on him. You let me bet on Roberson last week.
I didn't.
Now I'm getting guilt tripped into the Roundtree thing. You said it was the biggest lock on earth. Enough of me though. We got Dan Hooker.
Okay, yeah. Well,
man, who's going to be fighting at the O2.
I am happy that you didn't listen to me last week, just for the record.
That I already have an investment against Dan Hooker, unfortunately.
Oh, don't tell him that.
I mean, it's the battle of the great guys.
It is the battle of the great guys. Never met them, but they are great guys. It's my people's main event. All right, thank you very much.